Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who are new, my name is Steffi Drew, and we are in my car because I'm about to hit the road. But this is officially the second chapter of our fertility diary, I guess. I figured since I have some time, I would do a little recap and update as to where we currently are in our fertility journey. Not much has really changed since then, but some time has passed. So it is February 4th, Friday, February 4th. And at the end of the first video, my last video that you guys maybe have seen, if you haven't seen, I'll make sure I put a link down below so you can check it out. If you haven't seen my video, I can give you a quick recap. We started our family planning journey last year, and unfortunately had 3 miscarriages in 2021, and it wasn't obviously what we planned. It wasn't what anybody would plan in their family planning journey, but that is what happened. And the third one was much more recent. It was actually I found out early November, and by the end of November we found out that the pregnancy was ectopic. The week prior I already knew that we were losing it, but it was ectopic, and so I had to get a methotrexate shot to basically assist my body in getting rid of it, which, because I had 2 previous miscarriages, I thought that it was going to be kind of the same thing. Like, I was like, okay, I've been down this road before. It sucks, but like, I know what to expect. But I did not know what to expect because it was wildly different that time around than it was my first 2 experiences. And so it took a lot longer. I was working with the early pregnancy unit in the hospital closest to me, which was new. They didn't exist the first 2 times that I went through this. So having someone that followed up regularly was actually so nice. I don't know if talking about this one in here is actually a great idea because I might get emotional. There was a nurse that regularly followed up with me over the following weeks because I was so early and my pregnancy hormones weren't like through the roof or anything. It didn't take a super long time for my levels to drop back down to like a base level, but they did take longer than what I had previously experienced. And this nurse was with me literally every step of the way. She followed up with me. I had weekly appointments for the first couple weeks, and then after that it was bi-weekly. They just follow you until your levels are back down to 0, which it just, having someone care and someone who just, I don't know, like, that follow-up was something that I hadn't had previously with my other miscarriages, and there are no words to describe just the feeling of someone like just checking in. She made that experience so much easier and better and than it ever, I mean, it's not easy and it's not good in any way, but she definitely made it better. So thank you. I don't know if she would ever see this. I'm not going to name her, privacy, location, blah, 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 but she was wonderful and I am forever so grateful for her. So that took a little bit longer. I had previously also told you guys that we had an appointment already scheduled after the second miscarriage. We had already put the steps in motion to get in touch with a fertility clinic. So those steps were already in motion. When I went for my first appointment, when we went for our first appointment at the fertility clinic, I was freshly just dealing with this last miscarriage / ectopic pregnancy. So there were certain tests, blood tests and stuff, that I couldn't get done. But basically when we went there, they put me through what they call a miscarriage workup, and they are essentially doing all the blood tests and all the necessary testing to basically try and see if they can find out why I was miscarrying so often. So it was a lot of blood work, some of which I couldn't do right away because I still had pregnancy hormones in my body. So for probably half of them, I had to wait until my pregnancy levels were back down to 0. So I didn't get half of them done until like this week, actually, February 1st. So we did like a DNA kit that was sent off. It was sent to a third-party company, so they're still waiting for all of those results. But from the first half of the blood tests that we've done, I so far am in the clear. I don't remember all of them, and all my paperwork is with the doctor, but most of the blood work that I've gotten so far, there wasn't anything to be too concerned about. She did make a note and say that I could update, or I could up my folic acid intake, just the way that my body, I guess, metabolizes things and whatever. So far, that's what I've done. I've just added a little bit more to my regular, like, morning, like, prenatal vitamins. I also this week got a tube test done to make sure my fallopian tubes are clear. There's no blockages. Hi, hello. It is 1 second later for you guys, but it is February 24th today, Thursday, February 24th. And so it's been a couple weeks since I've updated you guys, partially because there's been no updates. There's been no change in anything really. We were initially going to try this cycle. We got the green light to try from the fertility doctor that we are seeing, but I decided that and Adam and I decided together, but I want to wait 1 more month. We didn't get back my DNA testing that we did. We did a bunch of blood tests. Adam's came back, everything was fine with that. Mine did not come back, and I'm waiting to hear back. I asked them to follow up to see if that's something that, like, why we don't have that information yet. They should have both come together. So without that information, even if everything comes back clear, I still would feel better to just have that information before trying again. So yeah, there's my non-update update. My period did just start for my next cycle. It was very heavy. I'm experiencing a lot of clotting and stuff, so I don't know if there's some underlying stuff that I don't know, slash I don't know if I'm just like nervous at the prospect of going through any of those previous experiences again. So that might be it, but I also would like to have all the information that we can possibly have before going into trying again. So yeah, like I said, my non-update update, nothing's changed. We're just kind of waiting. Hello friends, it is April 2nd. I think it's been a little bit since my last update. I think last time I updated you guys, we were essentially just waiting for my next cycle to begin so that we could do the cycle monitoring at the fertility clinic. And then hopefully go through and try to naturally conceive with their kind of monitoring and guidance. And so yeah, it is April 2nd and I am currently on day 10 of my cycle. I did email them on day 1 and then I think my email got missed, but they did follow up and I got booked in for this coming Monday to go in and have an ultrasound and get my blood work just to kind of see where my hormone levels are at so that they could monitor, and then we'd figure our plan of action when they wanted to see me again and all that kind of stuff, and figure out when I ovulate and da 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 da. This morning I was not feeling 100%. All week I've kind of been feeling a little bit off, and a lot of that, the weather has been flip-flopping back and forth. I had a migraine last week, and usually I get pressure migraines, so that didn't really faze me too much. But Adam did get COVID last week, and this morning I tested positive for COVID on a rapid test. So cannot go to my appointment on Monday. So I did email them and let them know, and they said to email them on my next cycle 1 essentially, and then we will do cycle monitoring on like then. It's already a month kind of later than we kind of were initially going to do it, because we were going to do it last month, and then we're doing it this month, and then sick. That being said, my symptoms are like, I feel like I have a cold. I might sound like I have a cold a little bit. I don't feel great, but I feel like my headache portion was probably more weather. Maybe it was COVID, I don't know. But hopefully I'll kick it in a couple days. And after, what are the regulations, like 5 days before I can like be an actual human again? I don't know. We'll see. This journey is not what I expected it to be, but that is it. That is all a very whatever update. That's where we're at. So